Hi, I'm Mary Modis, and this is my presentation on the colony of New York. So, New York was originally a Dutch trading outpost, and it was called New Netherland. Um, Dutch voyagers landed there and, using the Hudson River, were able to trap many furs, and because it was so easily accessible from the ocean, it became a trading outpost, and it was run by the Dutch until 1664. The English captured it, and it was governed by James, who was the brother of the king and the Duke of York. When the king died, James became the king and changed the name from New Netherland to New York after the province he had governed. So it had a very unique, diverse population. 50% of the settlers were Dutch, but there were also various English people, European nations, and both free and slave Africans. So that was a big deal, having free Africans there. So the British ruled New York for the majority of its beginning until New York started siding with America in many of the policies and how they discouraged how the British were treating them, especially the Townshend Act and how it restricted many of the shipping imports and all the taxes it had upon them. So they even had their own Tea Party in 1774, much like the Boston Tea Party. On July 17th, 76, New York signed the Declaration of Independence, and the very next day, on the 10th of July, they became a free state. So it was officially separated from Britain and was their own colony in their own state. Uh, with New York came its area, and it was the site for many important battles in the Revolution, such as the Battle of Long Island and the Battle of Fort Ticonderoga. These were very important and pivotal battles in the Revolution. The Battle of Long Island uh, was the turning point where British actually started gaining power and victories, and the British were pushing us back at that point. So that was a pivotal point for the British and a negative side for us. But in the Battle of Fort Ticonderoga, we won that battle, and that battle gave us, or that victory was the deciding factor whether France would help us or not. And since we won that battle, France was our ally and helped us beat the British in the end. A little bit on the geography of New York. As I said earlier, it's a trading port that is near the Atlantic Ocean and also is beside the Hudson River, so it is a very good inlet for going inland and also has direct access to the ocean, so it's a great trading place. It's a heavily wooded state, so it's used. Many of its resources are used for wood, as well as the furs that are there. In the north, it borders Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. These are also connected by the Lawrence River. This was used widely in exploring and had a big part to do with the exploration of New England and the northern states. Long Island was a central part of the colony back then, and it still today is a very influential and significant part of New York City. So thank you for your time, and I hope you like my presentation. And here are my sources.